Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the October 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Pisces. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. With that being said, let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for the month of October. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a healing note for you, and a crystal of the month. Let's see here, column number 1, again, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. The card that we have is magnetism. I love magnetism, the ability to attract to us what we want. Sometimes this is an energy of opposites attracting. So you could have had a really good connection with somebody that was like completely opposite of anything you anticipated. But again, all about that ability to attract the things you want. Let's see though, Pisces, what messages we have here. Okay, Pisces, first card we have is the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, unconditional love, self-respect, courage. Definitely I do think for some of you, you did attract a new relationship. Again, that's that kind of attracting something we wouldn't usually attract, that opposites attract. But again, attracting things that you want to yourself, when we're in this position of self-love and self-care and self-respect, and we're taking care of us, it just opens up the ability to attract the things to us that we want. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card of clarity. It could be an indicator of making a decision as well. The Judgment card is one of those cards, though, Pisces, that's favorable for you. So I really like to see this. But I just feel like there was some sort of decision that was made here. And last but not least, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace cards are cards of newness. In the case of Ace of Pentacles, this is new job, raise, promotion, investment, income. Very well, you could have had to make the decision to go after this new income. Strength is also a card of courage, so it could have been the courage to go after this new opportunity. But given the magnetism card, I would say this is something you've been wanting, something you've been hoping to attract to yourself. So really nice to see that come to fruition. Let's see what other clarifiers we have here, though. The first card we have is the Chariot. Somebody once described the Chariot to me as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change, things are moving. The nice thing about the Chariot is you don't always need to know where you're going. The Chariot is going to take you to the right place regardless. So having courage to be on that journey and know that you're going to the right place. That also is a card of new vehicles, so some of you could have gotten a new car as well these last few weeks or months. Very exciting for those of you that did. The next card that we have is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a card of mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. It's very much so the work smarter, not harder type energy as well. But one thing I love about the Ace of Pentacles is when I see this, it's like you're getting ready to reap the benefits of your hard work. So like again, getting that payoff for all the efforts you've put in. Again, I think that is that Ace of Pentacles that's coming your way, that new opportunity, and making the decision to pursue that new opportunity. At the bottom here, we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, depression, loss, surgery. Interestingly enough, meaning that I'm getting here as it connects in with these cards, more than anything, this is a reflection of like just how difficult the decision was to make. You could have had a good scenario going already, so it was a struggle to make the decision if you were going to go after this new opportunity or not. Even though it's what you really wanted, there was also like this struggle of leaving something that you also have been enjoying. Okay, let's take a look at our next column, which is just general what's coming for October. We have the card Rediscovery. Rediscovery is an interesting card. Most often this is like a childhood incident or young adult incident, something that really hurt us. But with rediscovery, it's turning that pain into knowledge. It's being smarter because of our past experiences. But let's see what messages are coming through here. Again, this is just general. What's coming for October? The first card that we have is the Knight of Swords. If you take a look at this card, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly here. So this indicates fast-paced changes. So change is coming, and it's coming quickly with our Knight of Swords. The next card that we have is the Ten of Cups. For those of you who watched my readings before, you know the Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. It, to me, is the card of everything wonderful. This is a card of family, contentment, total love and support. We have this nice full rainbow, a happy couple, kids playing, green grass, water running, a house in the background. It's truly the card of everything. And I know when we think about contentment doesn't sound that good, but contentment is hard to achieve. So that is why I love the Ten of Cups. So overall, this is, huge. We're taking a shift to the better. We're taking the shift to this Ten of Cups, which is something very, very special. The next card we have is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a card of being solid, practical, and wise. This is going to tie back, especially for those of you that did make this money move we were talking about. Just because you have more money now doesn't mean you should spend more money. Sometimes we get in this cycle where we do make more money, but it's like we never made more money because then we spend more money. So do make sure you're being very solid, practical, and wise. This is also an indicator of an investment opportunity. So this is a good, strong, wise investment. Let's see what other information I can provide you here. Oops. Okay, the first card that we have is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card of worry. A lot of times this is a money worry card. I think in general though, some of you are just like anxious about this change. It really does come up so quickly that I feel like you may not like have time to process or really think through. So do be aware of that. I'm feeling some worry or some angst related to this change, but do keep in mind it's followed by the Ten of Pentacles, or excuse me, I keep saying that. It's followed by the Ten of Cups, which is really, really a wonderful card. So this change is going to be really meaningful. Perhaps maybe there is a past experience, going back to our rediscovery card, that you almost have like PTSD from, or it's like what happened before now makes us a little anxious. So that could very well be these worries as worries from a past experience related to a similar change. The next card we have is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. Do make sure you're keeping a really open mind here. Going to this Five of Pentacles, this card of worry, you could be worrying yourself beyond what you need to be. Like there really shouldn't be any worry at all. Don't like hold yourself back from enjoying and embracing this change and where it takes you. That's my message for you there, Pisces. Then at the bottom here we have the Death card. I do like to always throw out there the Death card doesn't mean death. But it is an indicator of big changes. It's time for transformation. It's going down this new beginning. So two really strong change cards. And I want to say, like, this is something big too. This isn't like you change the color of your hair or something. This is a more meaningful, much more significant, large change that's coming with the Death card. But overall, nice spread for October. Let's go and take a look at our next column though, which is anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, really whatever you associate with money, Pisces. Our first card here is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is an interesting card. This is a card of kind of withdrawing and pulling back. For whatever reason, I just feel like you're being a little less social this month. You're keeping to yourself a little bit. That is good energy though. For some of you definitely are going to be switching jobs or changing projects or even potentially leaving the company. Sometimes this is withdrawal and abandon, not just withdrawal. So if you take a look at this card, the person in the background is walking away. And you see here the Eight of Cups are stacked really nicely, but yet this person is still seeking something better. Again, so there could be new project, job, or even company for some of you. Or for others of you, you could just, again, be kind of withdrawing. The next card that we have is Temperance. Temperance is a card of balance and harmony. I like to see this card, especially because I think so many of us lack that work-life balance. So love to see work-life balance being restored for you, Pisces. This could be financial balance too. Maybe you had like an unexpected bill and this is an indicator of recovery. But we like balance and harmony in all aspects of life. So love to see that card coming up. The next card we have is the Justice card. The Justice card is a card of cause and effect. It's win-win solutions. This is a really good card for court, legal matters, contracts. But generally speaking, the Justice card indicates a favorable outcome for you. So definitely favorable outcome this month for you. Maybe completion of a project or again, the legal court contract, all of those things. This is also a card though of like working hard and hard work being paid off. I always like that, seeing the reaping of the benefits of your hard work. But let's clarify here. The first clarifier we have is the Eight of Cups. Again, if you've watched my videos before, you know I love when this happens, when we get the same card on top of each other. It's like the universe saying, like, I said what I meant, the world saying, I said what I meant. It's a very clear message. So definitely some of you are keeping to yourself, and honestly, I would encourage you to keep to yourself. Maybe there's like miscommunication that goes around this month and you get to avoid it because you are kind of in your own bubble, disengaging, or definitely some of you again could be switching projects, switching jobs, switching companies, switching careers. The next card we have is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change. And this is nice. This indicates that really quickly come October, we're going to feel the shift where we're feeling like things are back in balance, they're back in harmony. We have that kind of fine moderation of all things, that work-life balance, that financial recovery. So it's going to come really quickly. I like to see that it's not something that's going to drag out the entire month of October to get there. At the bottom here, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is one of those cards that has so many meanings. But I'm going to throw out the couple that are standing out the most to me. One of the meanings that's one of the big meanings for this card is reunion. So some of you could be getting reconnected with an old coworker or old boss. Some of you could be getting a surprise gift too. You see this person is handing this other person a gift. That could be like, again, winning that legal thing or that contractual thing or that matter of the court that maybe you weren't anticipating. So I do see kind of like a gift of money coming in as well for some. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. So think family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love, Pisces. The first card here we have is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a card of desire, specifically desire for long-term security. There's something that you want in terms of love right now that you don't have. This could be a relationship, it could be marriage, it could be proposal, it could be a child. We're going to clarify this a little bit further. But again, I just feel the desire, Pisces, for something that you don't have. The next card that we have is the Magician. The Magician is one of those wonderful cards to have anywhere in the reading. This is focused creativity. It's turning visions into reality. It's really that, it's interesting because you have the Desire card here and then you have the Magician. So the way that this is coming true is like wishes coming true. So you know what you want and the Magician is here to grant it. So if you're wanting a relationship, chances are in October you're going to enter into a relationship. There's a good chance for marriage and proposal this month, or pregnancy as well if that's what you're seeking. The next card that we have is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of rivalry, challenges, obstacles. I do like to point out with this card, though, if you take a close look, they're fighting with wands, they're not fighting with swords. So this is like small bumps in the road. So there could be some things that pop up in a relationship or with your children or even with your family or friends or parents. I do see some small conflict. Nothing major, but something is popping up, some sort of disagreement, it seems. Let's clarify this column, though. The first card that we have is the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. But I really can't think of a better love card than the Ace of Cups. So we have our Four of Pentacles, which is, again, saying you desire something you don't have. And then we have our Ace of Cups, which is new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. So again, for many of you in October, you're going to be getting whatever this love desire is. The next card that we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of going within for clarity. If you take a look at this light in the lantern, this is the light that's within you, Pisces. And I always like to see this pairing of the Hermit and the Magician, and you'll hear me say this over and over and over again. Be clear on what you want so you can obtain what you want. I don't know, for those of you that believe in manifestation or prayer, it's again focusing on what we want, not what we don't want. So be clear on what you want so the Magician can help deliver that for you. The next card that we have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a card of going through a necessary transition. And this sounds really odd, but for whatever reason, this disagreement needs to happen. Maybe it's something that's been bothering you and you just haven't said anything, or vice versa. It's been bothering them and it hasn't come up. But it's like it needs to be talked about. So for what it's worth, do embrace this conflict. It's not going to be like an all-out fight and you stop talking to each other or anything like that. But it is indeed something that needs to be talked about, Pisces. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column. This is a message from our future self or spirit guide, so something to take into the month of October. We have the card Potential. I really like this card. There's so much potential in the month of October, so don't lose sight of that. So this is about reaching your expectations, reaching your goals, reaching your potential. And this is about finding a way to push yourself to your potential as well. If you look at this card in the deck, there's a meaning associated with it, or like in the blurb with the card, it talks about sports athletes and how they're able to harness that nervous energy and then perform better as an athlete. So again, it's about finding that thing that pushes you forward. But let's go ahead and take a look here and see what other messages we have. All right, kind of a summary of some of the things we've talked about already. So we have the Death card coming back up again. Again, remember, death does not actually mean death, but it is an indicator of an ending, time to transform, it's new beginnings, it's going on a new path. And this isn't just like, again, changing your hair color. This is some big change that's going on for you this month, moving you towards your potential. The next card that we have is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is very much so a card of love. This is very romantic love, partnership, proposal, marriage. That's also repeat information. So that very well could be the transition in itself, as entering into that relationship, that engagement, that marriage. And at the bottom here we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a card of respect, leadership, strategic planning. This is like big time energy, long-term energy. When I see the Emperor, I know this is long-lasting. So this change or this relationship as it comes through is something that's going to be significant. It's here to stay. So I like to see that energy. It's also like confirmation that you're doing the right thing long-term. But let's see what other messages we have here. What a nice set of clarifying cards here. On top of the Death card, we have the Fool card. Totally an obvious pairing. It makes so much sense together. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's a card of fresh hope, taking chances. It's new paths, adventures, beginnings. And the Death card was already telling you new beginnings. So 2 new beginnings cards there. We're going to have repeat 10 of Cups. Again, this is my favorite card in the entire deck. We have this happy couple, kids playing, there's a house in the background. It's a card of contentment. So lots of love energy, lots of love vibes this month for you as well. And at the bottom here, we have the Knight of Swords. So we have the Knight of Swords and the Death card, and the Death card and the Knight of Swords. So definitely some repeat messages here for you. But again, looking at this horse and rider moving so quickly, this change is coming fast. So just buckle up and embrace it. Be ready to meet that potential, exceed those expectations. Okay, Pisces, at this point, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the 5 of diamonds. This is the number 51 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 9 of diamonds. This is the number 39 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 7 of clubs. This is the number 20 card. That's a yes. So we have no, yes, yes for you, Pisces. We're also going to pull a stone from our Healing Stones deck. I don't know why I did this. I accidentally put them away. Let's see here. What is your crystal this month, Pisces? You have praise, which is good for composure, slowing down. It gives you profound inner peace, helps with solutions, and helps with a trust in life. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, when you share joy and happiness, we give 2 of the most powerful healing medicines in the world. Thank you so much, Pisces, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you feel inclined to make a donation. But thank you so much, Pisces, and I hope you have a wonderful October.